Hello students, welcome to metacognitive learning. Let's learn together. Hey, today we are going to cover the topic of alloying. So we already talked about corrosion and rust formation in the previous videos. So corrosion is whenever an iron material is exposed to atmospheric air, it will form the rust. The oxygen in the atmosphere basically reacting with the iron material, and it is forming ferrous oxide, which we call it as rust. So one of the important way of preventing the rust, there are many different ways. We studied about greasing, we studied about painting, and one of the important thing that we studied is alloying. So today I am going to cover what is alloying, what are the different types of alloys, and what properties of alloys basically makes it a better material. That is what we are going to see today. So alloys are nothing but the homogeneous mixture of two or more metals, or a metal and a non-metal, or metal and a metalloid. That combination is what we call it as alloy. So I have iron, I have nickel, so I can melt all of them and making it as a single solution and mixing them into a single material that is known as alloy. So there are different types of alloys. We have ferrous alloy. Ferrous means iron, right? So an alloy in which iron is present. For example, manganese steel. So where you have a majority of them, 86 percentage of them is going to be iron, and manganese will be 13 percentage, and carbon will be 1 percentage. And similarly, nickel steel. So that is also 98 percentage of them is going to be iron, with the nickel just 2 percentage. So these alloys were predominantly iron playing a very good composition, so they are known as ferrous alloys. The second category is non-ferrous alloys, an alloy that does not contain iron. For example, brass. So brass is a mixture of copper and zinc, and bronze. Bronze is a mixture of copper. So these kinds of alloys which does not have iron is said to be non-ferrous alloys. Okay, and the third category is amalgams. Amalgam is an alloy where mercury is involved. So whenever you are mixing like multiple elements, and if mercury is one of them, then that is known as amalgam. So you all know that mercury is one of the exception compared to any other metal, because mercury is the only liquid metal. It is in liquid state at room temperature. So sodium amalgam where sodium and mercury is mixed, and zinc amalgam where zinc and mercury is mixed. So these are the different types of alloys. Now, okay, how alloys play an important role in terms of reducing any rust, and also how it is increasing the life of an steel material. Right. So for that we need to understand the properties of alloy. So alloys are stronger than the metal than the obtained. Okay, and it is stronger than the constituent metals. Okay, and it will be more resistant to corrosion. The melting point of alloy is lower than that of the constituent metals. And say for example the soldering, right? If you look at electric that electric circuits on any of the electronic uh, uh, electric circuits on any of the electronic instruments, right? So you can see that they will be combining two wires using a soldering. So soldering has a lower melting point. It is basically an alloy combination of tin and lead. So it has a lower melting point compared to that lead and tin. So that is the reason it will basically use it for soldering. And the electrical conductivity of an alloy is also much more lower than the constituent metals. Okay, so this is what all about alloys, the type of alloys and the property of alloys that I wanted to cover today. Please do watch these videos, like and subscribe and share. Please do leave your comment on these videos.